This is Suzanne Wagner. Thank you so much for joining me. I am doing the numerology and the astrology for October 5th, 2020. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 10. The 10 is a number of power, radiance, boldness, and courage. I like to think of the number 10 as that constant inside of you that is your consciousness, the part of you that is always right there, is always present. And this is not your ego. This is not your personality. This is this part of you that is looking out of your eyes, observing what you are choosing to do in the world. So that part of you never changes. It's that part of you that was aware and present when you were 5 years old and is present right now if you stop to observe. There is power when you have the awareness of your soul while you have to live, breathe, and deal with your human self, your ego, and your normal daily routine. When all those work together, you have a miraculous and wondrous life. When one or more is ignored, you just do not have the power, the juice, the perspective, or the insight that allows for great connection between yourself and the world. So you can imagine that to have power, you need to find ways to connect those things up. So use this energy that is offered today. So never miss an opportunity to become more unified and a complete human being. Often that is painful to connect to the raw reality that is out there. But denial makes you vulnerable to those that want to control you in your passivity. The astrology today. The moon is in Taurus, and you long for those sensual connections and the things that help you relax and drop into a more comfortable place. Venus, Jupiter want to play in a way that is more about pleasure and a game to seek out something that has been missing in your life. While it might end up being a game of hide and seek, and sort of a waste of time, there's something oddly satisfying about it. It's sort of like a recreation. So really, it might be a good break from the reality. You can magnify what you feel, and your wants and desires are more on the surface. Be aware that you might overstate things and then not be able to follow through on the offer. So don't offer from that place of spontaneity because you might be perceived as hasty. Mars and Vesta trine helping you put more effort and energy into your endeavors. Be self-directed, and you will end up with something meaningful. My quote for today. I believe that when we leave this world, we should aim for having the lightest heart possible. Clinging to nothing, giving everything, and leaving a legacy of love in our wake. My blog for today. I learned about love from a mother who was herself in pain. She chose again and again to love over hate, and she had infinite reasons to hate from the horror her parents inflicted upon her. But in her core, she was love. She knew she was that love. No matter how terrible her parents acted, while it might upset her and she would get triggered, she would come from the place of giving the love that she never got and was never offered. She gave the respect that she never got and was never offered. While her mother died, still hateful, dark, and negative, her father managed through the years remaining to slowly come around and finally admit that he had not protected her from the mother and that he was sorry. Such moments make all the difference in the game of karma. While her mother will still carry the karmic burden of this life, the father was able to remedy some of the choices in this life and make corrections. I believe we are all down here to learn to love. I believe that we are all here to learn to admit our mistakes and ask forgiveness. I believe that we are here to learn to see ourselves from our choices and from a place of learning and growth. I believe that when we leave this world, we should aim for having the lightest heart possible, clinging to nothing, giving everything, and leaving a legacy of love in our wake. Thanks, everyone.